Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. All right, Roxstars, we must start with a tragedy, actually, and it's always terrible when we have to start this way. But right as concert goers were preparing to leave an Ariana Grande concert at the Manchester Arena, she had just finished her final song, and the pink balloons, which is signature for her concerts, I understand, were falling from the ceilings. There was a very loud explosion, and that was from what we now know was an ISIS suicide bomber by the name of Salman Abedi. He detonated himself in the back of the arena. Some people are saying somewhere around the ticket booth area. It caused immediate panic and terror and confusion and chaos as people tried to run away. They said that the bomber used nuts and bolts and screws inside of the bomb as shrapnel, and as it tore through the crowd, we are up to 22 people dead. I've seen numbers 59 injured all the way up to 119 people injured, somewhere in there, even more, I'm sure, mentally scarred from this terrible event. Chief Constable Ian Hopkins says that they believe that this suicide bomber worked alone, but like I said, ISIS is claiming responsibility for this bombing. Now, the Prime Minister has risen the terrorist status to critical, which is the highest status, and they said over in London that they have been expecting terrorist attacks. It has grown exponentially in the last few years, and they said that even now, the threat of a terrorist bombing like this is imminent. Okay, so they are on heightened security alert of the most critical kind, and really, really terrible. We all know that Ariana Grande has many young fans, some children, and they said that many of those children were at her concert, and many have died or were severely injured, are still fighting for their lives even at this time. I can't even imagine what goes through these people's head to feel that they should attack even kids, but I mean, we already see that nobody is off limits now. They said that Ariana Grande was understandably upset. I believe shaken is a very light word. They said that she was hysterical. As you can imagine, something like this happening, you start to worry about your own security and the security of the people that are there to see you. She has decided to cancel her world tour that she's on. She was going to be on tour all the way up to June 5th. I think I read that she was supposed to go to Portugal and Germany, so she still had many other countries that she was planning on hitting, but this has stopped the tour indefinitely. She's back in the United States. One of her fan pages had tweeted that Ariana Grande had reached out to the families and that she was going to pay for the 22 victims that had died, pay for their funerals. That tweet was retweeted about 100,000 times. Now, Ariana Grande has not confirmed that she said that. However, I don't see how she's going to be able to get around it now because the tweet has gained so much steam. As of the time that I had read up on everything and I was trying to see if she actually said that, they still had not got confirmation from Ariana Grande's camp that indeed was what was going to happen. I'm sorry, you guys. My carpal tunnel is starting up again, and this arm is fucked up. It hurts all the time. So I'm going to be moving and fidgeting around anyway, you guys. Our hearts and prayers go up for the victims of the explosion, for the families of the victims, for everybody who was there who was affected mentally or physically. Ariana Grande and her team. Nobody should have to go through these things when you're just going to a concert. When you're thinking that you can actually just be there and enjoy the music, or, you know, make sure that your fans enjoy your music, something like this happens, just terrible. So my prayers are up for everybody over there that was affected. And we'll also pray for the future over there in the UK. They have a lot going on and none of it seems to be good these days. Rest in peace to the 22 victims. Keep your head up, all of my Manchester, my London rock stars out there. We will be praying for you. All right, you guys, so there were two 27-year-old professionals. One was a teacher. The other one was a paraprofessional, otherwise known as a teacher's aide, I believe, in a Stone Mountain Middle School science classroom. I don't know exactly what happened, but some shit went bad, went left real quick. And Brittany Randolph Johnson and Milan Etheridge found themselves scrapping. And baby, when I talk about scrapping, I'm talking about these bitches was hitting each other and falling down and getting up and against the fucking desks and over there by the chalkboard and coming back over here where the fucking sink was. Child, them kids was screaming and yelling. I said, what the fuck is going on, Brittany and Milan? Y'all really this mad? Now, you guys are in class. This is your career. You are teachers and teachers' aides. You fighting and putting your entire job on the line. And look, I understand sometimes shit get bad and, you know, you gonna have to fuck a bitch up. But, child, I'm gonna need somebody to practice some kind of restraint when you are in a school and there's kids all around, and you gotta know in this day and age that it is going to be plastered all over social media. So just a bad look all the way around. Now, the ladies were arrested, but the school has said that they weren't fired because they have to wait until the investigation goes through. So they will still get their salaries at least until the investigation goes through. They were arrested for disorderly, I can't get my words together, y'all. They were arrested for disorderly conduct. They will have to go to court for that, I'm sure. But, yeah, terrible, y'all. Them kids was screaming. Child, them kids didn't know what to do. They kept on going, no, stop. And, now these two girls, now they didn't look like they was all that tall, but they was hefty. They was some big, thick, solid black women. That one little girl that ran up to them, and she was a big girl as well, but that tried to break them up. Yeah, just terrible. Just a terrible look. I mean, we have really got to have some self-control when it comes to things like that. So, yeah, I'm going to imagine that Brittany and Milan will not be teaching in DeKalb County school system or probably any other Georgia system out here. I'm wondering if the lady, unless they can prove that, you know, one started it and the other one was just defending themselves, even if they do prove that, I have a feeling that teacher is probably going to lose her certification. It's too bad, y'all. But let this be a lesson that we can't go beat a motherfucker up all the damn time. At least you can't do it on the school grounds. Okay, baby, I'm going to need you to whoop ass at the Red Lobster on Camp Creek like everybody else. They be squabbing in that Red Lobster, y'all. All right, you guys, so let's talk about your girl, Brandy. Brandy Norwood. What exactly is going on with Brandy? Not quite sure. I don't want to say that the girl is going crazy, because I really don't think she's going crazy. But Brandy has definitely been one of those ones that is always affected by social media and does not seem to know how to handle it all that well, which is too bad because Brandy is actually very funny, and I actually started to find out she was so funny from Snapchat, but I realized that Snapchat has become a big enemy for her. Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter, but mostly Snapchat and Instagram, because Brandy does not know how to block out the hate. You're a big celebrity, there's always going to be some form of hate out there. A lot of celebrities would do best is learning how to ignore the negative, accept the positive. But I understand also that sometimes that is very hard, especially when people say shit about you and catch you on a bad day and you just got to respond. But Brandy has gotten into this mode where she is on constant clapback mode, and not a good look for her. Now, we're going to hope that is better for her these days because she's got a new man. That's right, you guys. Sir the Baptist. He's 28 years old to her 38 years old. So 10 years her junior, but, you know, okay, maybe Brandy's a cougar now. Brandy says that she has found her entire soul within Sir the Baptist. Of course, people are commenting on her new relationship with Sir. Some saying some really good things, others saying some bad things. And again, she has been clapping back at the people that have said the negative things. I'm just worried about Brandy. I'm just worried. I think that the fact that she's been caught up in this contractual fight with her label and that she hasn't been able to put her music out the way that she wants to, I think that it's really done something. It's affected her mentally. We now see that she has like this obsessive compulsive disorder. Look, I am really trying to diagnose Miss Brandy, but she seems to have some sort of obsession with Whitney Houston, and I don't know, you guys. You know, I don't think that we need to stretch the hands of prayer just yet, but I really do reserve it. because I feel like it's coming. But yeah, she's with Sir the Baptist. I thought that he was a gospel singer. Sir the Baptist says no, even though he says his name is Sir the Baptist. He is not a gospel singer. He is more of a singer that wants to connect the world with the spiritual realm. Whatever the hell that sounds like gospel to me, but child, you know, it's all these labels now. She posted a picture the other day at a slanted angle. It was sort of like shot up like this, and you know, we kind of saw her waist and her stomach, and she had on what looked like an A-line skirt. And those skirts, sometimes if you have a little pooch or something, it can make you look like your stomach is fuller. I guess people began to assume that she was pregnant. Now I was just like, I know Brandy is not pregnant. Okay, not for somebody that she just got with who is a baby. When you look at him, the nigga look like he 18. But yeah, immediately I started seeing on social media people congratulating her on her pregnancy. One notable congratulations came from Countess Vaughn, who, you know, when she said, you know, congratulations on your pregnancy, I really think that she was just going by what she saw on social media. I don't believe that she had a conversation with Brandy. Well, obviously she didn't, because her daughter, Brandy's daughter, ended up coming out and saying, my mother is not pregnant, she just ate some donuts or whatever. So people were thinking because Countess Vaughn had said that, and maybe because Countess Vaughn would have some sort of inside track on Brandy and what's going on with her and her life and her body, that is not the case. And if you really think about it, you should know that, because Countess and Brandy have had a very tumultuous friendship / relationship, and I think recently they tried to get it back on track, but I don't believe that I don't think they at that moment where, you know, Brandy would call her on the phone and be like, girl, guess what, don't say nothing, but I'm pregnant. Yeah, I don't think that that's where their relationship is. So she's not pregnant by Sir the Baptist. There was some little bit of speak that was saying that Sir, I didn't write it down. Y'all know I be researching and shit. And I had meant to research this story. They were saying that Sir the Baptist just a couple of months ago was dating somebody else. Who was it? Why do I want to say Michelle from Destiny's Child? But I don't think that that's it. But they were saying that he was dating somebody else, and then all of a sudden he now is dating Brandy. So they're trying to see if there was some overlap between the two. I was just like, even spiritual artists that's trying to connect with the world, sometimes they like to go and date two different women. Because he a man first. Baby, they's a man first. Okay, but let me not condemn the man. He might not have cheated on Brandy. That might have just been hearsay. You guys know how we like to gossip. Some of the times the shit don't be true. They have a song together. Actually, I think they have a couple of songs together, but one song that I did listen to was Deliver Me. Sounds gospel-y to me. Doesn't that sound gospel-y to you? In the song, I was like, so does he sing? Or what does he do? He kind of, in that song, had the whole Kirk Franklin thing going. You know, he's talking, and then Brandy is singing along to what he's saying, and so, child, I don't know, child. All these new fandangled niggas out there who just come up with new shit. I prefer to just say that it sounds like gospel music. I mean, if it's something that I feel comfortable playing in church, then I think that's gospel. So, but they have a song together, and of course, Brandy sounds great because Brandy has a beautiful, touched by God voice. That's why I be so disappointed in the fact that this girl can't seem to just move on with her life and not worry about all the hate. She's even out there singing. I saw her kind of doing a lyrical clap back on her ex-fiance, and I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, you and this boy been broke up forever. And now I guess he's seeing Salida Ebanks, and or is it Eubanks? I think it's Ebanks. And y'all don't laugh. I know I be childless mind, but anyway, I think he's seeing the Salida girl and Beyonce. Lord, what made me say that girl's name? Brandy had something about him cheating on her and doing all of this shit and him being broke and all this. I don't know, y'all. All my Brandy fans out there, my severe super Brandy fans that can explain Brandy's side to me, y'all go on and put it down there in the comments below, because I want Brandy to win. This girl has a voice like nobody else out there. I mean, actually, the winning is there. She is at the cross line. She just needs to get all this other fluff out the way, child. Anyway, that's it. The Brandy fans, y'all let me know what's going on with your girl. Ooh, y'all, tell you, the stories I got today are so dumb and not exciting. I'm trying to spice them up for you. Okay, reality talk. Tommy. Everybody is going on and on about this rant that Tommy did on Instagram, saying how life living in the reality world has been difficult for her, which I'm sure that it has. Most people that say they start these reality shows don't realize the scrutiny that they are under from the fans, from the critics, from everybody. Everybody is watching. So she has become under serious scrutiny, of course, because of the Karen King video that she put out when she dragged the fuck out of Tommy. I'm pretty sure that this is the reason why Tommy has now said, you know what, I'm good. I'm not coming back to that fucking show. Once this season is over, I'm done, yada, yada, yada. I am going to tell you, only because I have been reviewing reality shows for 6 years now, that I will believe it when I see it. Tommy is definitely on the brink of doing really well, but she ain't there yet. She is not at the part where she can just be like, fuck that show, I'm leaving. I know she's making good money on the show, but she ain't making the kind of money that she could be making if she stayed on there some seasons. She's not the star. You know, that money is enticing, especially when you don't have nothing else going on. I mean, I know she got this wine thing coming out, but you ain't got it like that where you can just be like, fuck that show, I'm leaving. No, let's not get too big for our britches. Maybe you need to reevaluate and change up your character next season, but let's not say that we quitting and getting this income and going back to maybe a life that you wasn't so proud of. So I don't believe she's leaving. I think that's talk. Even last season, remember when the reunion, everybody was saying, oh, Tommy's not going to be at the reunion and she can't do this and she can't do that. Okay, she was at the reunion. She wasn't in the same room as Jocelyn, but she was there. So that was just somebody talking. They was upset. As far as Karen King not being at the reunion, well, I can understand why she wouldn't be at the reunion. One, she was not a main character on this show. Two, she might have been on the reunion even though she wasn't the main character, but that rant that she put out, I'm sure, did not help her. She didn't say anything pretty negative about Mona or the production. She is now, I'm sure that they kind of trying to distance themselves from Karen King. Maybe even to let the shit cool down, even if she does come next season. So Karen King not being at the reunion, yeah, well, that kind of makes sense to me. But as far as Tommy, you guys, that bitch will be back. Stevie J and Jocelyn, you guys know that they are on again, off again couple. Remember a long time ago I told you guys about the damn couple that always breaks up and gets back together, and everybody in the family be real upset because they begin investing their whole entire feelings and life in this relationship, and then the next thing you know, they back together. Okay, that is Jocelyn and Stevie J. While we know on the show that they were in a good place and they were working shit out, well, what a difference a day makes. They were supposed to go on Wendy Williams' show yesterday, I believe. Their segment was going to be presented as a family kind of segment, the two of them coming together and maybe even bringing out the baby at some point. But right before they were supposed to come out, they got into it and they told Wendy Williams that they are broken up, that they are not going out there together. They don't even want to be in the same room together. They tried to work it out with the production team on Wendy Williams by saying, maybe he can come out first and she could come out second, or vice versa, and Wendy Williams was like, nope, it's both of you or it's nobody. So they chose nobody. So Wendy Williams did not have them two on the show. So yeah, as of now, they are on the outs. Tia Becca, you guys remember her? She was Show Enough Scraps' baby mama, ex-girlfriend from Love and Hip Hop ATL last season. Well, she's not on the show any longer, but she's sort of still related considering, by connection to the King family. Tia had gotten married, and she had married, now I didn't get the guy's name, but evidently, according to Famous, okay, they say that the nigga is a drug dealer from BMF. I didn't even know BMF was still in existence. Okay, Black Mafia Family, you guys know that was the big drug pen / entertainment company, Big Meech and all of them. Okay. Evidently, this guy is associated with the Black Mafia family. She married him last year, and all was well in that household. Well, again, what a difference a year makes. Supposedly, his side chick, Daybella, she posted a picture that she had gotten into a car accident. The car was all smashed up. It looked like the person that was in that car accident couldn't have walked away. But Lord, thank you, Jesus, that she was able to get out of the car, walk out, take a picture, and post it on Instagram for the world to see. Everybody is congratulating her and telling her how blessed she is that she survived that. And Tia couldn't take it any longer. You know why? Because the car that she was driving happened to belong to Tia. She was paying the insurance on that car. Her husband is fucking around with Daybella. She crashed the car. Now, understandably, if I was a wife whose husband was out there fucking around and his side bitch didn't even have sense enough not to post a fucking car that she just crashed, I think I would have some shit to say too. Probably not to social media, but hey, you know how things go. So Tia then posts, it's funny how this bitch is posting pictures of a car that I pay the insurance on. This motherfucker out here used to suck everybody's damn dick. Okay, so it ain't surprising that she's sucking my husband's dick now. Okay, and shame on me for marrying lame niggas that stand on top of couches in VIP section. That shit was so funny to me because I got a picture of nigga. You always see one over there just like, spilling champagne and shit all over the place. Everybody just looking at him like, this motherfucker, sit the fuck down. Tia was pissed. Okay, maybe that nigga should have been in the car with her so he could have broke his damn neck. He don't even have sense enough to keep his hoes in check. So Tia posted that, and you know, of course, everybody weighed in, whether you're not, you were on Tia's side, on Daybella's side, on the BMF husband's side. But eventually Tia realized that maybe she shouldn't have went on this rant, and she deleted the comments. And then she went on to say that she's back to being her positive self. Excuse her, Tia Becca fans. And then I guess we can talk about Tiny and T.I. I have watched some of the episodes of Tiny and T.I. The Family Hustle this season, only because I'm being nosy about their divorce that is coming up. I have been really shocked on the stuff that they have put on this show. T.I. doesn't really like to have people involved in their relationship, and you know, even though Tiny will be saying that he's doing all types of shit, you know, he kind of just plays the background and don't really say too much. So I'm surprised that they've been putting the shit that they have put on this show on the show, because he has not made himself look good. As a matter of fact, it has confirmed what we already knew, which was that he was sort of like this male chauvinist. I don't want my woman to work. You know, she gonna stay at home and have babies and take care of families while I get out there and do everything I want to do. It has all come to pass on this season. You know, I saw the episode where he was talking about her not going back to work, him kind of giggling at the fact that she had invested her money in this sports team, some new sports team venture. Then we saw that he had this conversation with Tiny's mom, where Tiny's mom was just like, you out there doing what the fuck you want to do. My daughter hasn't done nothing. You know, even though he tried to pass the blame on Tiny, she was like, no, I'm not gonna let you say that about my daughter. That's not true. And now we just see, I don't know if it's come on yet or if this is a clip that's showing what will happen next week, but them two actually sitting at a table and discussing the fact that she moved out of the house because he fucked around with a woman that she hired to assist them. This nigga can't even not fuck around with the people that's helping out in the goddamn house. Now, I don't know what the girl looked like. I'm just thinking, Tiny girl, you know how your man is. You shouldn't hire no bitch. Okay, it should be niggas only, but see, he one of them ones that probably don't want no men in his house because, but I mean, fuck! If I can't trust you to sit around and have a bitch bring you a plate of breakfast without you wanting to fuck her in 15 more minutes, then what am I supposed to do? So anyway, he started fucking around with this girl that Tiny hired, and so Tiny moved out of the house, bought her a house down off of a really nice golf course, and he was feeling some kind of way about that. He said, oh, well, you moved. You went and got a whole new house. She was like, because you were fucking around. Then he says, well, you know, you been hanging out with a nigga that I don't fuck with. Okay, you was at his house, and she was just like, how can you compare me dancing with somebody? And how do you know? I mean, she was like, I have not laid down and shared my soul with nobody. I have never cheated on you. But T.I. is like many of these niggas today that, you know, the Jedi mind trick that flip around and make it seem like you the one that was fucking up and not him. Oh, well, you was dancing with him. All right, so that means that I get to go fuck everybody. Yeah, it just confirmed for me what we already knew about T.I. because Tiny has said things about T.I. over the years, and I don't know why many of you guys did not see it. I used to say, like, you know, T.I. was an ass, and people would say, oh no, I love they show is so good. I've been telling y'all for years what he been doing, what they saying in these ATL streets. Y'all believe in the Bill Cosby? And I don't even know if that's the best comparison these days, but y'all comparing the Cosby Show family to the T.I. family and not the real life T.I. and Tiny's family to what's happening in this real world. And so now we see it. And people are very disgusted and upset with T.I. I guess T.I. is just at that point where he is just going to be who he's going to be. He can't make no apologies about it. You either like him or hate him. And I mean, I guess we can only respect the motherfucker who finally is standing firm and what the hell they are. I will just keep on saying that I hope that Tiny, because something about Tiny just touches my heart. Certain people have that effect, and Tiny just seems like one of those really good people who has been, you know, fucked over in a way that she didn't deserve. They both will land on their feet. Okay, they're both rich. I don't see T.I. as being the type that will not take care of Tiny and her family, their family. So, I mean, in that sense, I think everything will be good. But yeah, he's just, I tried to tell y'all a long time ago. And then, you guys, let's talk about America's Got Talent. And supposedly this bad judging that Tyra Banks did on a Jane and John Doe and their little baby girl, Mary Doe. So evidently, Jane and John performed a song together. I think it was supposed to be dedicated to their daughter, Mary. After it was over, the judges all hated it. They say that Tyra took it an extra step and went up to the baby girl, Mary, physically assaulted her, something about running her hands through her hair and kind of implying that Mary was an accident. Now listen, we've been watching Tyra Banks for too long. I just can't even believe that something like this happens. This feels very stunt showish to me. This feels like they are trying to get some kind of excitement about the fucking show so that people will watch. Okay, I just don't see Tyra being so callous to a child as, you know, and doing some shit like this. But they're saying that John and Jane Doe are suing America's Got Talent and Tyra because they were embarrassed, humiliated, you know, they talk so bad about their performance. Isn't that the fucking show? So John and Jane Doe wanted to pull the footage and not have it aired, but they say that it will air. So we supposedly will see what happened. And again, I think this is just so we will tune in. Do you guys even watch America's Got Talent? I watch it when I have absolutely nothing else to do, and I just happen to be turning through the channels, and then it's there, and then I will watch. But other than that, I could give a fuck about America's Got Talent. And then lastly, you guys, in quickies, Bow Wow. I am not fixing to have a prayer circle for Bow Wow because he is just fucking stupid. I just really now feel like he's doing these things just for attention. So evidently him and his homies was in Vegas and, you know, they had been hanging out with a bunch of hoes all day and everybody been Snapchatting and Instagramming and all of this. This one particular girl had been Snapchatting with Bow Wow all day long. So when they got back into the hotel room and Bow Wow decided to pull out his phone and do an Instagram live stream, then all of a sudden a girl that was Snapchatting all day did not want to be on his Instagram. Well, I would imagine that's probably because she couldn't put the fuck nigga on her Snapchat because she only got 200 followers. Bow Wow got thousands of followers, and now you about to put all over the world that I'm in here with this lame ass nigga. Yeah, maybe I don't want to be on there, okay? You ain't got the best reputation these days. I don't think I want to be associated with you that way. So she covered her face, and he took some sort of offense to that. Bitch, why you here if you don't want to be on my stream? I've been snapping with you all day. See, I don't like fake ass hoes like you. And I guess I would have probably had a little problem with it too. So instead of him just putting her out, he had to make a whole scene. They say the video is 15 minutes long, but I think it took him about 5 minutes to finally put her ass out. He turns around to the camera and he tells everybody that, you know, he's the best to ever do it. Don't ever play him. Nobody does this Instagram social media shit better than Shad Moss, always known as Bow Wow. So That nigga's stupid. That's all I can say. Beyonce's push party. Now, I don't know what a push party is, y'all, bitch. I'm old. So, I'm gonna need you to explain to me what this is. Is this a baby shower? Do we have baby shower gifts there? Do we do the cotton ball game? You know, put the toilet tissue around the stomach. Okay, taste the baby food. We don't do that at the push party. What do we do at a push party? Y'all new niggas, I swear, y'all always coming up with some shit I don't know. She had this push party. Listen, I'm tired of seeing Beyonce pregnant all over everywhere with her stomach out too. But listen, I blame all you motherfuckers that was saying that the bitch wasn't pregnant with Blue Ivy. I didn't think that she was faking then. We know for sure her ass ain't faking now. Cause she got that stomach out. And nigga, I don't care if you zoom up and down that Instagram scroll, you gonna see Beyonce roll across there one which way with that stomach out. And good for her, okay? Because she's sick of y'all, and this time ain't no way y'all can say that's a prosthesis. Ain't no way. That stomach is huge. Her back has got to be fucking hurting, okay? The fact that she's able to still walk around with these 2 healthy babies in her stomach, ooh, my hat's off to her. So yeah, Beyonce said, bitch, you was talking so much shit last time, now you gonna see these 2 babies every single day. Melania, she is over Trump. I love it. I love the fact that she flicks that wrist every time the motherfucker try to grab her hand. She was like, nigga, we ain't grabbed hands before. Why are we grabbing hands now? She refuses to touch his hand. And that lets us know that even Melania knows that her husband is full of the most liquidated shit. The kind that stinks. The kind that you can't even stand and it came out of your own fucking body. That's my new home girl. And then people are trying to say that Nicki and Nas, we talked about a new couple alert. You guys, I still don't believe it. I know she was on Ellen, you know, talking about their relationship and all. I don't believe it. I believe it's just a stunt. I also believe that she might have a song with him coming up on her album, and that's why she's trying to make more of this, because Nicki Minaj has been one of those ones that don't really, even when she was with Meek, she didn't really talk much about her relationship. We just saw it. Okay, for her to just come on Ellen and just be gushing over, going over his house and them not sleeping. Yeah, no. It's a stunt, you guys. That's all I will say as of now. But I guess we'll still see. They would be a cute couple. That Nas or some child, don't even get me started on those. And then lastly, you guys, the Get Down. Yes, the Get Down after 1 season has been canceled. I kind of saw that it was happening. That second half of the first season was a little bit all over the place. I had read that they were having budget issues, and then when I saw the second half and I saw them add all that cartoon part to it, that even furthered me knowing that there were budget issues, money issues. And I guess the guy who directed, I read an article where he was saying that he never wanted to actually, he wanted to just be like the executive producer, and he became the director and he got way more involved than he wanted to, and the budgets blew up. I mean, they said on Games of Thrones level, Netflix, even though the show was a hit, they could not afford to keep producing the show the way that it was. It just kind of imploded. So hopefully we'll see all those people. We've seen a lot of them people, but other people on there, hopefully the younger ones that were just starting out, hopefully we'll see more of them in the future. But yeah, you guys, no more Get Down. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I'm at the orthodontist. I have an orthodontist appointment. You guys helped me today, and you don't even know it. I was so fucking mad when I started this video at my daughter. I've been dealing with Jada's fuck shit all week, and it had then came to a head this morning. I had to finally cuss her ass out this morning. Then I felt bad afterwards because she's so sensitive, and then, you know, but she had it coming. She had that shit coming because these fucking stupid ass teens these days, you guys, they just, oh, she's just me and her in these phones in the last week of school, and it's a lot going on. So I started out being mad, and look, I'm here now and I'm happy, and I'm about to go get my braces tightened and the bands changed and gone about my day. So that's why I love my Roxstars. I do. I love y'all. Y'all help me many ways you don't even know. But I'm not fixing to get sappy. Let me get off of here. We do this every single week. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.